Heavyweight NABO championship fight scheduled for 12 rounds. Well, Roy Jones Jr. is going to be actually an inch shorter. He's going to be a pound and 3/4 lighter. He's 8 years older at 40 years of age, and he's going to have a 4-inch advantage in reach. As you know, he's coming off a loss in November to Joe Calzaghe in New York by 12-round unanimous decision. And we take a look at the rules of boxing. 10-point must scoring system. No 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. There's no standing aid count. And in case of an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds. If we get into any situation like that, I'll explain it to you as it becomes pertinent. So the stage is set for Roy Jones Jr. and Omar Sheika. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here, and now working with me is Nate Campbell for our main event of the evening. We're at the Pensacola Civic Center here in Pensacola, Florida.
Well, this guy's no pushover. I mean, he's not getting blown out by these guys.
No, for sure he's not. He pushed him to 12-round limit. He's had a series of right-hand injuries that's kept him out of action, as I mentioned, for about 17 months. He had a hand operation in New Jersey over a year.
Supervisor Phil Siegel, along with the Florida State Athletic Commission, the Chairman Ramiro Ortiz, Vice Chairman Don Bowen, Commissioners Mel Gerardo, Jim Steineke, and Dr. Donald Perry, with the Executive Director Thomas Malloy. Introducing our 3 judges scoring this bout from ringside: Mike Ross, Don Ballas, and Peter Trematera. And our 3rd man to the ring, our referee in charge of this bout, Tommy Kimmins. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant NABO Light Heavyweight Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and fight fans joining us around the world, live from Pensacola, Florida, trim. He weighed in at a trim and ready 173 1/4 pounds. His record 52 wins, 5 losses, 38 wins, coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 8-time world champion in 4 weight divisions from Pensacola, Florida, introducing the one, the only, Roy Jones Jr. Once again, a referee in charge, Tommy Kimmins, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of boxing for this vacant championship bout.
I want Roy and the Chief second only, please. Thank you. Thanks. All right, gentlemen, this is the main event.
Nice left hook from Roy.
Solid left hook.
He hurt Sheika.
With Sheika backing up a little bit, Roy hangs the left hand, but he still has the quickness. Not the great quickness that he once had, but he still has plenty of quickness in that left hand.
Yes,
downstairs, and he saw 2 uppercuts on the inside by Roy. Boy, is he boxing well against Sheika.
He's doing real good. Sheika can't keep up with the speed, which I knew was going to be a problem for him.
Even at 40 years of age, Roy still has really good speed. At one time he had extraordinary speed, hence the background that he's had in this world of boxing. 8 world titles and 4 different weight classifications, including heavyweight champion of the world, which is an extraordinary effort.
I knew it was coming. He was setting it up. Whenever he raises that right hand high.
That's what I mean about the trap. He'll hold that hand high and get the guy walk in and blast him with the left hook.
Shove hook, shove hook.
Putting on a show for the crowd.
He started early. Left check hook. He gonna be love. Roy missed that right hand, but he's setting him up.
Left hook almost dropped Sheika. Another left hook.
Sheika has heart. You gotta beat him up.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yes,
you do. This guy can fight. Question is, how strong is his hand? Sometime after an operation, it can be stronger. We haven't seen him land the big right hand yet. But he is a fighter. The bell ends round number 1. That's the Roy Jones Jr. round. No doubt about it.
It could have been 10-8 almost. It was getting close.
Salton Murchison in the front of Roy Jones. And Big Roy in there with him for the first time in a while.
It's a good thing to see. Too fast for him.
Even at age 40, tremendous hand speed. And Roy is in his zone right now, fighting in Pensacola, having things going his way early here. He's in his zone.
Yes, he is. And Sheika is too square. He's too square, leaning over too much. He's getting caught with too many shots. He's getting hit with these little body shots, and they seem to sting.
Well, it's going to be tough for him to fight from the outside with the reach advantage that Roy has. Roy can fight on the inside or the outside. Sheika's got to do something with that jab to come in and back Roy off and then throw the right hand. But Roy is slick. He'll hold that left hand high, and then you don't know if he's going to come with the right or he's going to just throw the hook over your hand when you come in. He's so slick. That's why he's been so good in his career.
Check hook is getting there every time because Sheika leans over.
Explain what you mean about a check hook.
It's a check hook when you separate yourself just enough to let the guy lean in. It's called a check hook.
As opposed to moving in and just letting the hook fly.
Yeah, you take a step back, call a check hook.
Now he's executing it. Oh, look at that shot.
That wasn't a check hook, that was a hook.
That was a hook right on the liver. Just a little bit high to be on the liver. As it had been on the liver, Sheika would have gone down. As I said, Roy is in a groove with a minute and 11 seconds to go here.
He came out on fire. When the crowd, I could see it in his eyes. When the crowd went to screaming, this is what is hard for a fighter to let go. The adulation.
This is only the second round of a scheduled 12-round affair here in Roy Jones' hometown of Pensacola, Florida. Misses that shot.
He sees everything, though.
He's got great eyes. There's the uppercut. He come at you with so many weapons. That time it was the uppercut. And you see him suck.
Yeah, he still has all the punches.
And while Sheika may be kind of tailor-made for him in that he doesn't have the great speed, this guy is a world-class fighter that he's fighting tonight. Although he's been off for quite a while, and there's got to be some ring rust. But I mean, Roy is just totally outclassing a guy
trying to be Marcus Byers' mother.
There's the replay here showing you the best of Roy Jones.
Right hand, left hook, bing. Right hand, left hook again. He doubled the right hand, which was
extraordinary, the hand speed that he has over Sheika. And Sheika's a warrior, as Dana said. And he doesn't like this coming to a guy's backyard and having this happen to him.
And he's going to do everything in his power to make it stop.
It's Eric Lucas in Montreal in 02 and in 03 and 04 against Scott Pemberton up in Connecticut. And then the ones we mentioned, Marcus Bayer in Berlin and Jeff Lacey in Las Vegas. So it's not the first time this guy, Sheika, a warrior, has gone to war in somebody's backyard. And listen to the crowd reaction of what Roy Jones is doing. The jab, the jab.
Roy Jones still has some of the things that he had as a youth. He doesn't have all the great things, but he has enough to be too much for this guy. And that's what people love him. And I love Sheika. Sheika's one of my favorite fighters. He's always been one of my favorite fighters because he fights with his heart on his sleeve. But he's also fighting one of my favorite fighters of all time.
And one thing about Roy Jones Jr., we have not enough stars in the world of boxing today. And for the past decade and then some, Roy Jones Jr. is certainly one of the stars, and that's why you folks who paid for this and are watching around the world tuned in to see this guy. Oh, he gets cut with a left hook by Sheika. Roy taunts him, and he's done that throughout his career. Comes with the uppercut, another uppercut. Gets clipped again, 2 shots. And this is what we mean about Sheika. No matter what Roy does, he's not shaking this guy.
Well, he's not. This guy, this guy don't care. Omar has nothing to lose.
But you know, if a guy was doing that to me in the ring and I'm fighting him, I'd want to kill him. I mean, not literally kill him.
You want to fight? What you do?
Yeah, I don't want a guy making. Geez, I'd like to get in a street fight with this guy, but it's altogether different in the prize ring.
Let me tell you something. I love when the guys come in and say, "Man, I did time and so and so." Those are the guys I like to beat up. Because this ain't the same thing as what you did out in the street. It's a totally different story. There's 2 or 3 rules in this game.
Yeah, you know, it's a funny line that you had, though. What are you going to do, get mad? You're already in a fight.
A trainer once asked me that a long time ago. What are you going to do, get mad? You're already in a fight.
And that's what it's about at the professional prize ring.
This fight is starting to go a bad way for him.
I don't know if the sound we're watching around the world or across the United States at pay-per-view is translating into the bedlam that's going on in this arena, but it's extraordinary.
Beautiful combination from Roy. Ding, left right uppercut. And he's going to hit him with another one. Combination. Ping. Still has his hand speed.
Roy Jones Jr., one of the all-time greats, future Hall of Famer.
Different combination. Was it a double right hand or double left hook? I couldn't see it.
Both hands. He threw the right hand and then the left behind it. But that's what Roy does. He sets up these traps for you, trying to sucker him in and go the way Nate describes it with that check left. About a 40-year-old man that's showing this kind of hand speed.
Hey, man, I'm sick of y'all talking about this age thing because I'm old for a lightweight.
Well, you got a way to go to catch up with me, so don't worry about it, Nate. You're all right.
And Roy, too.
Nice stiff jab. Listen to the crowd. Crowd is actually on its feet, a lot of them. Jab, jab. Roy putting on a boxing clinic here. Sheika just can't seem to figure him out. Roy showing the footwork, the hand speed, the jab, the hooks. And he'll unleash the right hand with a right hand lead every once in a while. That ends the fourth round, another Jones Jr. round. Crowd can't get enough of this.
Well, he's home.
The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Nate Campbell, former lightweight champion of the world, is moving up to 140 to contest very soon. But listen to Roy's corner.
Roy Jones doing what Roy Jones does. Jab. He's going to stick another jab. Oh, hit him with a hook this time. I thought it was a succession.
And every time Roy lands a shot like that, he gets like a second flush of adrenaline. There's another one.
Omar's taking these shots and is not even blinking.
And it's not taking any effect on the legs of Sheika. His legs are still pretty solid in spite of the fact he's taking. And there's a third left hook of this round. And another one.
Fifth. I mean, just, he's going to go to the body.
Sheika's got to get out and circle his left away from those hooks. And Roy's not going to throw right hands. Try to get in position and get away from that left hook because he's getting punished by it.
He's a straight line fighter.
That's the problem. He comes right at you. You know what you're getting when you're getting him.
These are the kind of fighters that Roy destroys.
He's a perfect opponent for Roy. There's no question about that. And, you know, Roy's been criticized from time to time in his career for selecting the opponents. But when you look at the guys he defeated everybody he had to. But you're smart picking a guy that's going to be your style.
Omar's cut and bad.
Yeah, it's a cut on the bridge of the nose, it looks like. And that's from a punch.
Well, it wouldn't be from anything else because that's all they get hit with. Omar still is not working.
Sheika was the perfect opponent for him.
Well, at this point, don't he deserve a few of those perfect opponents? I mean,
I'm not saying anything but stating the fact.
On my way out, I'm gonna fight 10 perfect opponents, and I want everybody to show up like this right in Jacksonville
and get a huge payday.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I think I deserve a few opponents like that. I mean, ain't like nobody looked out for me. I mean, nobody's looked out for Roy. I think Roy's fought the fighters he had to fight. Maybe we didn't fight them all.
Fight two real hard shots, and Tommy's seen enough. And Omar says, why? Why are you stopping the fight? In fairness, his legs never buckle, but I'll tell you this. You don't want the brain crashing up against the side of the skull any more times than what Omar Sheika took in this fight tonight. 32 years old. All right, so just an extraordinary effort by Roy Jones Jr. to stop him in the 5th round against Omar Sheika. Well, he certainly does. And as soon as Roy finishes his celebration and Rob Brown can get in position, we're going to have an interview with Roy Jones Jr. But, I mean, this is what could be a farewell to Roy Jones Jr. And from what I saw tonight, I actually like to see him continue fighting. And I'm not really in favor of guys over 40 years old continuing to fight. But Roy Jones was an extraordinary talent, and extraordinary talented athletes do extraordinary things.
Well, you get used to those guys over 40 because it's happening more and more lately.
Yeah, it is. Okay, Rob Brown has the champ. Is Roy Jones Jr. with Rob Brown. Rob?
Roy Jones Jr., congratulations, my friend. Big win back in Pensacola. How's it feel?
First of all, I'd take this time out to thank God. Thank Omar Sheika for coming down and accepting himself a fight like this. And I gotta say first before I go any further, Pensacola in the house. Well, you heard what they said. I guess I'm gonna go back to training then. And don't say I'll probably take me about 2 days off, let my hand heal up, and I'll be coming back.
Roy, congratulations on the win, my friend. Congratulations on the belt. Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Jones Jr.